Hi, my name's Sarah Lenning. For this book project, my partner was Lauren Myers, and she is kind of like marketing for an insurance company. We chose to read Start With Why by Simon Sinek, and one of the takeaways that I had from this book was like the golden circle, which is where you kind of start with why, and then after you know like why you're starting your business or doing your job, then you go to how you're gonna do that. And he kind of related this to using like your management team to go about like how you're gonna start your business. And then lastly, you kind of do like what you're gonna be doing as your business is the last priority. Another takeaway I had was the focus on targeting customers who will actually be responsive to your marketing techniques and will ultimately be loyal to your company. This was really interesting to me, and they mentioned that a lot of like the older population is not as loyal. They're more so wanting like the cheaper option and stuff like that. So you need to target an age group and um, like people who will be responsive to your marketing techniques. And then another key takeaway I had was the difference between achievement and success. He went into detail about how even some of the most successful business owners like in the world don't feel successful um, because they like haven't really gone about it in a way that has been like ultimately satisfying to them. So may have achieved a lot in your lifetime, but if you don't have that feeling like, of success and purpose behind what you're doing, then you're not going to feel that, even if you have achieved a lot. And then lastly, kind of a story me and Lauren both really like took a lot away from was the story of like Walmart. And basically in this story, the original owner of Walmart, he wanted Walmart to be a place for people to shop that could have cheaper options as opposed to these other stores that maybe like have a lot of higher prices and stuff. So his ultimate purpose was to serve others, and he was very humble about it. He was a great leader and a great CEO, but he suddenly passed, and then the next CEO who took over after him really didn't have the same values that he had. And so ultimately, Walmart has kind of suffered from that overall. They've been part of a lot of fraudulent activities, just kind of lost their purpose ultimately as a result of this. And then we also took away as well, like, that the CEOs of companies have to instill their values in their managers and stuff like that, so that when they do pass away or when they do retire, then their values will be carried on in the next generation. But yeah, it was really fun to read this book, and I learned a lot from it. So thanks for listening.